Hello, my beautiful Scorpios. I hope you're doing amazing. This is going to be your mid-November reading, general reading. If you're new, hello, my name is Amber. It's nice to meet you. If you're returning, thank you for lending your energy to the channel. I appreciate you more than you know. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification button if you'd like to know when the next video will be posted. Also, if you want to get these readings earlier than everyone else, you can join Patreon. Links in the description box below. There you also get extendeds for bonus readings, transits, new moons, full moons. All these things are posted on social media, the original ones. You can find that in the description box below. I have a Facebook and an Instagram. But the extendeds are on Patreon. If you need a private reading, I'll be more than happy to do those for you. Links in the description box below, or you can go to that website up above and we will be more than happy to schedule you in so we can heal together. And I believe that is it. Also, remember, Scorpio, this is a general reading. If it doesn't fit, don't make it. You don't want those problems. Check your sun, moon, and rising. If you don't know what those are, there's a link in the description box below for that as well, okay? So, Scorpio, mid-November. We have Resistance as your main card. Okay. There's a sense of you needing to get some balance at this time, or there being balanced, but I feel like there's a power struggle with you. So I feel like the power struggle is like accepting what someone else is saying and trying to make balance in that, or trying to figure out how it's going to fit with you. Because I feel like you have your own idea or interpretation of the way things that should be, as we all do. And you're trying to figure out how that process is going to work moving forward. Like, what is the schematics? What's the blueprint of this situation? And I feel like you're trying your best to figure out that blueprint at this point. Because you're like, okay, I've been kind of sacrificing or balancing things, but what about the future? Yeah, you're feeling like, it's almost like you're feeling like your voice isn't being heard. So I get this feeling of like being in between. Yeah, feeling like your voice isn't being heard in a situation. Feeling like you're vulnerable or anything could happen. It's kind of like you could be a trigger to someone getting mad at you, for instance, and you are like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know how I'm supposed to handle it, you know? That's the feeling that I get from it. I just dropped 50 cards back here. Hold on one second, Scorpio. Sorry if my butt is in the camera. Okay. Okay. Got it. Okay. Yeah, I feel like you just want to keep the peace. It's kind of like it's peaceful now, and you're trying to keep that peace. You want to know what is the best thing to do to keep it. Back off. This is going to sound weird, but they're telling me not to push your luck, okay? So I feel like you may be building up a little bit of anger or resentment because you can't express yourself or whatever. But it's almost like you just need to balance the situation for what it is now. As hard as that may be for you, that's what I'm getting. It's kind of like you don't get angry. Yeah, happiness. It's like keeping the peace, staying happy, kind of going with the flow at the moment. But I do feel like it's important for you to express to your partner or express yourself in a situation of what you need. But I bring a warning to this, Scorpio, because I feel like you need to interpret better what you need. Okay, you can't just say like this isn't working for me and not come with a solution. or some advice, or, you know, like a catalyst to a conversation. So I feel like you need to think about what you're going to say before you say it at this point. It's like you have an opportunity to make good decisions and good choices, and you don't want to mess that up right now. Okay, so we have she feels she knows, faith in the process. So I get, Scorpio, that you're feeling the balance. Oh, and big bold vision. So I get that you're feeling the balance and you feel like things are good, right? So because you have balance, I feel like whoever else is in this situation with you is feeling balanced too. But at the same time, you don't feel like you have control. You don't feel like you know what the blueprint is. So you don't know if you may do something wrong to mess that up, is the energy that I'm getting, right? So it's like you're trying to believe, you're trying to express yourself in a more balanced way, but it almost feels a little bit stressful because you have to think about everything before you do it, kind of, instead of just being like free to just like express or be yourself. And I feel like you have an idea of something you want to do, and it feels like it may work and it may not work, you know, but you're not quite sure. Let's get into the cards here, because it's a little bit complicated, Scorpio. So we're using the Everyday Witch Tarot and the Modern Witches Tarot to clarify. I actually had a dream about these two deck of cards. Isn't that weird? And I was like, well, I guess we'll be using those. Okay, so we have the Ten of Cups here. The Queen of Swords. The Knight of Cups. The Ace of Wands. The Hermit. The High Priestess. The Page of Cups. Four of Swords, Five of Swords. Bottom of the deck we have Eight of Cups, Empress, Queen of Cups, and the Four of Pentacles. As a reader, I take the bottom four cards for now until Spirit tells me differently. But we're going to start with the Four of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups here. Okay, so this tells me that in the past, whatever your situation was, it felt like something was missing. But what's interesting is I feel like you were holding on to a way of things. Like, it's just, I get this, like, it's just the way that it was. And why do I feel like somebody demanded more nurturing or demanded more care, or for you to lighten up in this manner? Like, to not to hold on to a certain way so tightly, but to open up and be more expressive or more caring, more warm or empathetic to something or someone else. And then we have the Eight of Cups and the Empress. The thing is, whatever it was that you were holding on to and it demanded you to lighten up a little bit or change, you know, to be more warm to it. This could be a person, because there's too many personality traits here. You've seen potential here, or this is somebody that you wanted to keep happy. You know, someone that's a big part of your life. It's almost like you had to walk away from what it is that you were holding on to. So this just tells me that there was a lot of change, and someone opened up to you emotionally, and you had to make a decision to walk away from something. to try a new way, to open up, to be different. That's what I'm getting, okay? So I see mid-November, you're happy. There's bliss in your home. So this could be a relationship, honestly. There's bliss and peacefulness in your home. I feel like whoever it is that you're dealing with is happy. And you're like, well, if this person's happy, then I'm happy or whatever. But I feel like with the Queen of Swords, you're not sure like what to cut out, what to do, what not to do, to go left, to go right. It kind of gives me a little bit of hesitation. Like you're not completely comfortable. You know that everything is like happy around you and everything is good. But it's a little bit questioning what kind of decisions you should make. Like even in the future. Not like now, but you're just like, so what do I do in the future? How do I handle this in the future? Kind of like walking on tiptoeing, you know? Walking on glass, is that the saying? But you want to keep the happiness going. You know, that's all that I get from that. That's what it feels like to me. So you're happy about how things are going. That is a plus. But you also have this fire in you to like take action or establish something. Maybe you want to have more sex. Maybe you want to do more things together. But it's like you want to establish something or get something started. So it's like, it's fine that we have this even keel, that things are balanced. That's good. But I would like to do more, and I'm not sure how far I can push this limit without creating a breaking point. So you're tired of being in your head about the situation. You also feel like someone is watching you, dictating if you're going to make a mistake or not. I just feel like trying to keep someone or this other half like happy or balanced for right now. I feel like you're dealing with someone who is really getting in touch with their intuition and who they are. So a lot of things that they have kept hidden about themselves are being exposed, not in a bad way. It's just like they are more focused on their own happiness and being happy, and not as much as us being happy. Because I feel like maybe they've done that in the past and it backfired on them. And that's why they're a little bit cold to that idea for right now. Yeah, because I feel like they did a lot of inner thinking, or they had a lot of time to do that. And I feel like you see this and you're worried about where this is going to go. But you kind of have to trust in what it is that you have. But I feel like your initial reaction, Scorpio, is to move or to do something. Like to make something happen. Okay? So I see you bringing in some sort of care, love offer, something sweet, maybe buying flowers, doing something nice in the situation. And I feel like it's more about you trying to figure out what's going on in their head, because I feel like they're not exposing that to you. They're keeping it to themselves, especially with these two cards here. So it feels like to you that this person has a secret. They're okay on the outside though, but things are just different. It's kind of like having that feeling, or that gut feeling that something is different, or you're not sure if something will be the tipping point. So you're trying to figure it out, make an offer or something. It's very interesting because I feel like they don't take it that way. With the Five of Swords, it tells me that they feel like you're trying to be cunning or trying to be slick. It's almost this feeling like you're trying to intrude on them. This is so weird, Scorpio. It's like they were fine with how things were. They were fine with being in their head. They were fine with keeping the peace and being happy. But as soon as you try to open them up or kind of sneak in there to spend more time or maybe have a little, you know, they're like, oh, here they go again. It's very interesting. This just feels like you're trying to get them to open up to you, but anything you do is like, will tip off, like you're scared of the lion, you know? Interesting. I feel like you're dealing with someone that's trying to figure out. Okay, so right now it feels like they're taking a rest to something that has happened over and over in this situation with you. Like maybe you recently got it rectified, yes, because I feel that way with these two cards up here. But they don't feel like it's over. They feel like it's a pause, but it hasn't really gotten fixed. So it's almost like they feel as though, not that you're not learning, but that you're not clear on what was discussed. Okay, so we have Four of Pentacles, Death, World in reverse, Four of Wands in reverse, Ace of Wands on the Ace of Wands, Three of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Hangman in reverse, the Fool, and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. Scorpio, what's going on? So we have the Ace of Cups and the King of Pentacles in reverse. As a reader, this is subconscious energy for you. And I feel like you want an emotional renewal. It's like you're feeling like you're enduring the situation, yes. But you know that there can be more. And you want more. You want more affection, more love, more conversation, more all of that. You know, it's like you're waiting for that emotional renewal. You started this or agreed to this because you thought that it would clear up this devil energy. But it didn't. You know, it's like you dealt with that hoping that this could be better. Okay. So, yeah, you're really trying to hold on tightly to this happiness that you have. And not in a negative way, I don't feel, even though that's the Four of Pentacles. I feel like you're just trying to keep things balanced, right? Because I feel like this person is like trying to like hold all these things so they don't fall. You're hoping that by doing this, it's creating some sort of transformation in the relationship, you know? You're being smart about what you say and what you do, and you're paying attention and you're listening and you're doing all the things that you're supposed to do. But what's interesting is you're realizing that to this person, it hasn't ended yet. So it's like, well, what is the next step? What are we supposed to do? They're not happy with the structure of something. I feel like I need to tell you that, Scorpio. It's like they're enduring a situation, but they're not happy. Yeah, they're not happy because they feel like, okay. So this is a person that feels like they've put in really hard work into this relationship. And they're not getting anything out of it. It just doesn't feel productive to them. this is also a feeling of someone not really knowing what they're looking for, but they can point out all the things that are wrong. Okay. And they're trying their best to relieve themselves from feeling this way. Do I feel like it's all you? Probably not, you know? But that's what's going on with them. And you're kind of like getting the repercussion of that because you're trying to make them happy or find some sort of balance here. So you're definitely wanting a new beginning, and you're a person that has drive, you know? You have drive and you want for things to happen. So you're like, I'm about to do something and it's going to be a turning point. It's going to be great. I've thought about it. I've thought about what I was going to do. It's within the parameters of what, I know this sounds really technical, but this is how I feel that you're thinking about it as. It's within the parameters of what I think I can do. Things should be fine. I feel like this person is just waiting on me to express how I feel or to do something nice for them. And I've really thought about this. I've really thought about what I'm going to do. I really thought about how I'm going to execute this. And you feel like this is going to be a great move. Okay. The thing is, I feel like this person is holding something in. And it's about them being an individual. I feel like, I know this sounds weird, but it's almost like a person that wants a break. Okay. Not because they want to be away from you, but because they want to explore their own individuality, their own life, what they could have done for themselves. It's like they need space or time, but they know that they haven't invested into this, and they're not really like, they're not trying to just like walk away at the same time. So this is a person that is aware of what they have. They're just not happy currently in the situation. So I feel like you're a little confused because you end up giving this offer to start something and you don't get what you think you're going to get. It comes off, your reply is like hostile, or like you're only thinking about yourself, or it's almost like you realize at this point that you should have waited, because this wasn't the time, but you just felt like it was the good time. Hence why up here and what we were talking about, you don't know the blueprint of what to actually do. So you were just trying something. So at this point you feel stuck and you're like, okay, so I'm just going to take a step back and withdraw from this. Because I almost feel like your person thinks that this risk that you took. So it's almost like they see the positive in what you were trying to do. But they just were not open to receiving it at that time. Okay? So they're not going to take it as such because they weren't in that mindset to receive it as such. And they feel stuck. They feel stuck. This is a person that feels stuck because they don't know what to do for themselves. They don't know what is going to make them happy. So you cannot do the things that they need to make them happy. Not at this moment. I almost feel like this person needs to take a risk on their own. Maybe like go on some sort of vacation by themselves, or like they just need to do something fun. They need fun in their life. They need spontaneity. It just feels like they need this. And the hardest part about this is they need it away from you. And that is the part that you don't like. You're confused about even giving them that chance because you don't know what that particularly means, you know? Okay. if I'm really honest with myself, how strong is my confidence and self-worth? Is the way I experience myself really the way I am? And when did this screen get so big that I couldn't put these cards up here? When did that happen? Oh, I know. I know when it happened now. Well, I hope that's doable for now. I'll fix it later. And then the last card is, which 3 words describe me best? Okay. So those are your journaling cards, Scorpio. And I feel like I need to pull a healing card too. Unleash your creativity. And I feel like that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to express yourself to start a new beginning. But I feel like because you do that, it opens you up to what's really going on. So that's how you figure out that it's nothing that you can do. Yeah, this person is going through their own if, ands, or buts. Okay, soulmate cards all the time are about polarities, and it's about trying to get through whatever it is you have to get through as an individual, or they have to get through as an individual to come together into a relationship. So I really feel like that's what's happening here, Scorpio. So thank you so much for being here. I love you, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.